What's going on, y'all? We are back with another reaction vid. Oh, actually, I'm tripping. What's going on, y'all? We are back with the week 1 predictions. Another year of football. Football starts tomorrow. Depending on the time you're looking at this, watching this video, it may be today. It may start today. But I'm gonna give y'all my predicts. I'm gonna let y'all know my thoughts on these matchups. And I can already see some of these picks. I'm not even 1,000% sure on who I would pick, but I'm gonna try to talk myself into a selection. Uh, Starting off, the Chiefs versus the Lions, Thursday night football. We get to see the season kicked off. I wish Jamison Williams was playing because this could potentially be a high scoring game. I would want to see both of these teams at full power. Uh, Travis Kelce hyperextended knee. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know what to expect right now, but for this matchup here, I'm gonna give it to the. Let's see. I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs. Um, it's gonna be a good matchup, but that's just who I favor right now. A lot of these matchups, man, we can't really put too much on it because we don't know what to expect from these teams. It's a new season. Lions could be really good this year. I ain't gonna lie. They low key could be really good this year. Um, got a nice offense. Got some nice pieces on defense they added this offseason. But I think Chiefs, I think they're gonna have the formula, they're gonna have the game plan. Even if they lose, not too much to put on to it, it's just week 1. Got a long season ahead of us. Game 2. Texans versus the Ravens. Texans are an interesting team. A lot of new pieces on defense. Entirely new wide receiving core, aside from one receiver. Got some new pieces on the O line. They added Devin Singletary. You have a new quarterback in there as well. New head coach. New defensive scheme. I think they were 3-4 last year. I think this year they're 4-3. It's just a lot of new there. So I don't really know what to expect, but I have high hopes for them. And then I'm trying not to be biased, but it's a lot to look forward to. Ravens fully healthy. I ain't gonna lie, man. It offensively looked nice on paper. It looked nice. A lot of potential there. Defensively, it looked good per usual. They've been, they've had talent on the defensive side like almost every year. So, score predictions. Nah, I'm not gonna go that detail. I'm not gonna go that detail. Let me see. All right, if I had to pick a score for the Chiefs and the Lions, I'm gonna say Chiefs 32, Lions 24. I'm gonna throw something out there. Marlo out for the year. Since when? For the Texans and the Ravens, I'm gonna pick the Ravens off the strength that I like their offense more. They're a more experienced team, but I feel like the Texans could get the upset. I definitely do feel like they are capable of that. I just got to see what plays out with CJ Stroud. How he performs. But if I have to give a prediction for that, I'm gonna say, let's say 27-21. Let's say that. Bengals and Browns. Okay, so no Joe Burrow, right? Right? Or is Joe playing? Y'all let me know. The 17-14 Texans. That's a defensive game right there. That'd be tough. So Joe is playing. Okay. Good to know. All right, so Joe's playing. Whew. We got a good matchup here. The Browns and the Bengals. Sean Watson coming back, had a full offseason, has some experience from last season. They have a solid defense. I'm gonna pick the Bengals. I'm gonna say close game. Say close game. I'm gonna give it like. I'm gonna give it like. Look, I just. Okay. So I haven't used as much brain power in months. Nah, facts. Uh, let's see. I'm picking the Bengals. That's for sure. I'm gonna say tight game. I'm gonna give it like 28-24, something like that. Uh, something close. This is gonna be a fun game to watch. The Jaguars versus the Colts. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. Trevor Lawrence and company. Calvin Ridley is back. Jags low key have a underrated defense. Anthony Richardson, so much hype around him, bro. Um, and I just off of his athleticism, I see so much stuff on a regular basis about like his work ethic and how great he wants to be and how how hard he works. So I'm looking forward to see like how that realistically translates and see how great he is or great he will be. But I'm gonna give it to the Jags. Uh, I think this could be a close game as well. I'm gonna say, this is gonna be a tough one actually. I say like I guess same odds with this one, 28-21. Uh, I feel like Jags have potential to be high scoring. Got an electric offense. Got a lot of playmakers on that offense. Uh, I go like 28-17. I go there 28-17. I don't know what to expect completely from the Colts, but we'll see. We'll see. But looking forward to it. That's gonna be an exciting game to watch. Buccaneers and the Vikings. I give this one to the Vikings. Buccaneers question marks there. Could be a high scoring game. Depending on how Baker plays. But he got weapons. He definitely has weapons. Um, I'm gonna say, who it's gonna be. The Vikings low key gonna be fun to watch when y'all really think about it. They got Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson going to be there now for starting the season off a full season. Justin Jefferson, uh, and then the running back situation. I think they're gonna go with the high hand running back, but I think they have a lot of potential there at the running back position. Um, I give it like 34-24, something like that. Something like that. Uh, let's see. The Titans versus the Saints. Low key, Saints are like Saints are a dark horse team for me this year. Um, got really low key. I have really high expectations of them. I'll be honest with you. I actually think the Saints will be a for sure playoff team. Um, but if I had to pick this game score wise, Derrick Henry is going to be him. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be him. Uh, Question marks gonna be Traylon Burks and the rest of the receivers. Ryan Tannehill is a decent quarterback, consistent quarterback. Gonna have a elite receiver to throw to. So I mean, like they're gonna score. Uh, Question is how much. But if I had to pick, let me think. I'm gonna go in the range of 29-20. Let's do that. Throw that out there. Get to the Saints. It's gonna be a close game. What's up, Sonny? It's gonna be it's gonna be a good game for sure. Most of these matchups are pretty good. The Bucks versus the Vikings probably like at least the ones that I've looked at so far probably like the least exciting one. But I mean, football is back, so it can't go wrong. And Derek Carr, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Derek got traded to a good situation. He got traded to the Saints, or where did he get? He signed there as a free agent. I can't remember, but that's a good situation for him. He's overhated. Released. Oh yeah. He ended up in a nice spot. Um, San Fran versus the Steelers. Oh, this is gonna be that's gonna be some good football. I'm gonna pick San Fran. Uh, I'm gonna say this one is close game. Uh, this more like a 21-17 type game. I don't think too high scoring. But tight game. I think tight game. You said 49ers 34-13. Gosh, that's dominating. We're gonna be blocking Bosa. Somebody gonna have to block him, but I think the Steelers are gonna take a step forward. And they're gonna take a step forward this year. Kenny looked really good this preseason. Going into his sophomore season. Got George Pickens there. Allen Robinson, Darnell Washington. They added a few pieces to that offense. Jalen Warren coming into his second year as well. I ain't gonna lie, the old offensive line actually looked pretty decent run blocking in the preseason. So if they could fix that, Najee in for a good season. But week one, I'm gonna have to give it to the Niners. Kenny gonna be much improved, I believe so. TJ Watt is deadly too. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that's right. The Cardinals versus the Commanders. Let's see. Commanders for sure. I want to see Sam Howell go off. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see him make a statement week one. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the Cardinals this year. But let's say 24-14 Washington. I'm gonna do that. 24-14. 23-10. That's close. Close. All right. We have the Panthers versus the Falcons. 34-7 Commanders. I think Commanders they have potential to blow them out, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Panthers versus the Falcons. This actually, I believe, will be a good game. Panthers and Falcons had a good game last year. I know these are not top tier teams, but these are two competitive teams. Falcons added a lot of free agents on the defensive side, a few on the offensive side. Drafted Bijan Robinson. They added a lot to that team this offseason. I think they could be very competitive. Very. And they actually were. I think they were close to like even last year. I don't think they had a losing record. Well, I don't think they had losing. I don't think they had. They were. I think they were like close to 500 last year. But pretty decent team. Same thing with the Panthers, competitive team. Adding Bryce Young, high IQ quarterback. Regardless of his size, I'm gonna give it to. I think I'm gonna give it to Atlanta. I'm gonna say well, like another 21-17 type game. Another one of those. I think it could be a tight game. Could be a high scoring game for all we know. We'll see. I think that one can go a few different ways, but I'm looking forward to it. I hope Kyle Pitts gets a resurgence this year. I hope they do not waste this man's talent. A lot of potential there though. A lot of potential there with both of these teams, but we'll see. Falcons have a lot of weapons. Bijan 3 TDs. DJ Chark. Mingo the only wide receiver. They got Mingo, Thielen, Chark. I think they got a little bit of depth. Who's the tight end that they got is pretty nice too. Hurst. It's Hurst, right? Thielen hurt. I think he was questionable. I don't know if he's sure hurt. Terrace Marshall. Oh yeah, he's pretty nice too. I ain't gonna lie. He could break out. You never know. Let's see. The Broncos versus the Raiders. Okay. Broncos last year had a good defense. Adding on to that defense, I believe that they can be better. They had on paper, they have a really good offense. If Sean Payton is the answer, which he could be as a coach, if Russell Wilson can, be that guy, that he once was a year and a half ago. That is not too long ago. Not too long ago. Broncos could be crazy this year. Right now. I'm gonna give this one to the Raiders, but I think the Broncos have a very high projection this year. I'm gonna say Raiders. Let's go. Let's go. Let's say. Go nail biter. Let's say 28-27. Close game. Judy is out. I think. I ain't gonna lie. I think they still could be nice. Personally, I think they have potential to still be nice. Of course, not as nice without Judy, but I think they could. We'll see. The new year, new I don't think I'll pick the Raiders once last year. I think it was a little. It just happened to be like that last year. I don't know what it was. It just happened to be like that. It's just I wasn't picking against them. It just was what it was. Marvin Mims gonna show out. He has to. He has to, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Gonna have to have a big role if Judy's out. Of course, Tim Patrick out for the year. That's tough, man. I feel so bad for Tim Patrick, bro. It's life. Still 1,300 days since the Broncos beat the Raiders. Really? I feel like y'all told me that before. I don't know. I just don't recall. Mims trade value up. We'll see. We'll see how he does in his first game. Let's see. The Dolphins versus the Chargers. This will be an exciting game to watch. I will pick I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. I'm gonna say 34-32. 34-32. I think it could be a shootout for sure. Can be. Eagles versus the Patriots. This could be a competitive game. I like the Patriots a lot, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Gonna be an interesting matchup. Christian Gonzalez gets tested week 1. He gonna have to go against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Gonna be interesting. I said Eagles. If I had to pick, Eagles added a lot of new pieces this offseason. They kept a lot of core players, but they did lose a lot of core players too. It's kind of odd because they had so much talent, but they did keep. I feel like they lost a lot of glue guys. They didn't lose the main starters, but they lost a lot of guys who were still important. But especially on the offensive side, they kept. I ain't gonna lie, they kind of upped the offensive side with all the running backs. If I had to choose, man, I'm gonna say. I guess I say Eagles. I'm gonna say Eagles. I don't know about 40 points, but I say Eagles. I like that. I like that 31-20. I like that. I roll with that. 31-20 is it's not too bad. I say 31-21 Eagles. Rams versus the Seahawks should be a good game. Rams have no Cooper Kupp, unfortunately. Seahawks, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They look like they I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to describe it as, but they're getting back to that playoff team that they once was just a few years ago, and they're looking almost more dangerous than they were. If I'm being honest. On the offensive side of the ball, they are on paper. They have an elite offense. On paper, Geno played crazy good last year. If he can replicate that exact same production on paper, that is an elite offense. If Jackson Smith and Jigba again can come in and produce and be that guy that he's hyped up to be, again, elite offense. If K9 is healthy, Zach Charbonnet contributes, we can see some Kenny McIntosh. Again, you still have DK and Tyler Lockett. A nice offense. I'm gonna give it to the Seahawks. I'm gonna say 28-21. Seahawks 28-21. I think they can still get some points scored. I do believe so. I don't think Matthew Stafford is trash or nothing like that. I think they're gonna manage something. Sean McVay is a good coach. I think they'll manage something. Actually, I'm gonna say let's say 28-17. I think they'll manage something. Um, but I just think these Seahawks will be better. Uh, let's see. Packers versus the Bears. It's gonna be a good one. I ain't gonna lie, low key, this is gonna be a good one because it's not the Aaron Rodgers Packers where you just assume they're gonna beat them. It's the new Packers, Jordan Love Packers. Not only that, the Bears actually upgraded this offseason. So Bears added some pieces on both sides of the ball. This could be a competitive game. Their offensive line, I think, was rated by PFF to be the best offensive line in the preseason. I could be wrong, but I read something similar to that. If they can stay upright, not force Justin Fields to scramble so much, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We can see a nice offense from the Bears. I'm gonna give it to. I feel like I kind of just talked myself into it, but I'm gonna give it to Chicago. I think the Packers will be tough. I think Jordan Love. I think he's gonna be a solid quarterback. I just don't know what to expect entirely from him. He played good in the preseason. Played good in the games he played in last season. I can't say I've seen anything bad from him yet. I'm gonna just have to see a full regular season game, and then I'll have my impression on him. But right now, Bears, I say 24-21. I think close game. We'll see. Cowboys Giants. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Cowboys are gonna have one of the best defenses in the league this year, with the addition of Stephon Gilmore. I think Mozzie Smith, as he matures this season, could be very good. Like he has the prototype that he is. He has some of the highest potential of defensive tackles. I liked him a lot watching his college tape. They just look on paper they look sound, bro. They look like they have a lot of potential to build off of what they had last year. They had a pretty solid defense last year, so they could be nice. And you add Brandon Cooks, you have a legit number 2 on the side of CeeDee Lamb. Like, this guy is a legit second option, and there will be games where he could be the answer. He could be a legit number 1 option. Of course, CeeDee is their go-to guy. That's going to be what it is. But I think Brandon Cooks could have some, here and there, could have some takeover games. Giants, deep receiving core. They don't have their go-to guy yet. Trying to figure that out. I think Darren Waller will be the go-to receiver starting off. Defensively, they got some potential. But I'm going to have to give it to the Cowboys right now. I'm going to give it I'm going to say Cowboys put up some points, man. I'm going to say 34-24. I'm giving that. 34-24. The Bills versus the Jets. This will be a good game. I ain't gonna lie, all these matchups are pretty good. This is probably gonna be the toughest one. Aaron Rodgers' first game as a Jet. On paper, everything looks beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, Jets look like one of the best teams in the NFL on paper. We've seen back-to-back years. We've seen Tom Brady, new team, Super Bowl. Matt Stafford, new team, Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, new team. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl, but I'm gonna say I'm not gonna count them out. They have some potentially elite weapons on offense. I think Breece Hall, low key, is an elite running back talent. He just has to establish himself. That's it. But as far as talent goes, just the sample size that he gave last year, if you translate that into a season-long thing, I think he's elite. Garrett Wilson as well, coming into elite talent. You got some nice supporting pieces on the offensive side of the ball. They still got Dalvin Cook as well. It's crazy. On the defense, they got some nice defensive pieces. Bills just picking up where they left off last year. They added more to the offense. They added more receiving options. Added Dalton Kincaid, Trent Sherfield, some other, backup receivers who I feel like will contribute. Justin Shorter. Defensively, I think they took an L losing Tremaine Edmonds. It's a big L right there. I feel like he's a focal point of that defense. But like I said, I think they will still pick up where they left off to an extent. Thinking about that, I think I'm gonna give this week one. I think I'm gonna give it to the Jets, and I think it will be a good game. I'm gonna go. I don't want to give it high scoring because I think it's gonna be competitive. If I'm being honest, bro, we're gonna have Sauce Gardner matched up on Stephon Diggs. I mean, I know he still got other options out there like Gabe Davis, Dawson Knox. But that defense is nice. I think it'll be competitive. Look. Huh? All right. Let me give this one. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give this one 28-24 Jets. I ain't give nobody in the 40s. Not saying we won't have any 40-point games this Sunday, but very likely will. But I don't want to overdo it. But my picks right there, man. Chiefs, Bengals, Vikings, Niners, Falcons, Dolphins, Seahawks, Cowboys, Ravens, Jags, Saints, Commanders, Raiders, Eagles, Bears, and the Jets. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Hit that like button. We're gonna see. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.